use a flamethrower to set your house on fire. Is that not terrorism?
Warsaw, winter, 96. -17, and not a char-grilled chop in sight. That was no way to spend Australia Day. We'll never let that happen to another Australian again.
How ironic. She's talking about, you know, grilling a lamb on a barbecue while she strokes a dog. So, you know, eat one species, but love the other.
And ironically, this woman here, she's a television presenter in Australia, originally from Chinese descent. In China, they eat dogs, not lamb. So, you know, again, this cultural indoctrination, we choose to eat some, we choose to love others, just depending on where we're born and what we're told.
If it was an ad promoting, you know, dog meat,
yeah,
the uproar there would be
That's
in
right.
Australia or any other parts of the West.
Yeah, imagine if you were celebrating China Day by throwing a dog leg on the barbie.
But a chihuahua.
Commence Operation Boomerang.
Right now, there's thousands of Australians stranded overseas. The snowball's chance in hell of eating lamb on Australia Day.
Did you even understand that?
Like seagull.
We don't all sound like that.
No.
Let's go get them.
My finger's warm. That's bad. Let's go.
今日はありがとうございます。
We're bringing you home for Australia Day. Come on, mate. A few hours, you'll be eating lamb on the beach.
But I'm a vegan now.
Abort. Get them out of there.
Vegans.
Wow. Can't believe what we've just seen. Inciting violence against vegans.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's 2016. Now, Furious Pete, a bodybuilding YouTuber, recently made a video saying vegans were like a cult, we were like terrorists.
Like ISIS.
And yet, on Australian mainstream television, they're encouraging, what, stormtroopers or something to storm into your house, break down your door and use a flamethrower to set your house on fire? Is that not terrorism?
I mean,
Is it?
It absolutely is. We've said it before on this channel that there is a war going on at the moment between the meat, dairy and egg industries and vegans who are trying to shine the light on the atrocities that they commit. And many people might go, oh, a war, that's a little bit far-fetched. Is it? Is it?
Inciting violence in somebody's house? And the stereotype of, you know, the cowering vegan on the floor and he had this,
Weak
you know, big hippie beard. So, you know, it's a stereotyped image. Oh.
I mean, can you imagine if it was an Indigenous Australian person? Now, can you imagine the outrage, the public outrage that there would be at that level of discrimination? But when it's about diet and ethics, majority rules.
Anything goes. Burn those bastards. Burn their houses down.
If you think we're exaggerating, rewatch that footage.
Yeah.
You know, this is on mainstream television. This has been funded with by an industry that is subsidised by the government, i.e. taxpayers' money. It's, you know, sending a message to the non-vegan public that it is perfectly okay, in fact endorsed by the Prime Minister, to use violence towards, you know, vegans. Sorry, and the other thing I wanted to say is Lilin Chin says
Vegans.
You know, with disdain and disgust. I mean,
you know, the planet is, sorry to break this to you, falling apart. Okay, we have climate change, we have up to 30,000 people dying of starvation-related diseases a day. We have mass destruction of rainforest.
We're slaughtering 2,000 animals a second, 2 billion a week.
We're losing 10,000 species of animals every
year.
Vegans. God's sake.
So, are we smelling the lamb?
Yes, Prime Minister, the barbecue is lit.
Well done.
Well done. Never.
Our lamb. Newsflash, it's not your lamb. It's a living, sentient, feeling, breathing being. So this is an interview on a popular Australian talk show with Sam Kekovich, the Lambassador. He's an Aussie sports legend, so whatever comes out of his mouth must be truth. It's all laughs and smiles and haha, you know, that is a great ad. So talk about, you know, telling the viewers what you want them to think. You know, oh, it's a great ad, it's Australian, it's iconic. You know, if you don't appreciate this, you're not Australian.
I'll be glad to say I'm not Australian then.
Absolutely.
You spent $500 million on that
That's
ad.
huge!
So they said $500 million. I mean, whether that's true or not, we don't know, but if it is, that is bloody disgusting. We're spending millions, perhaps even billions of dollars on a television ad encouraging people to eat murdered babies. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Way to go.
Ironically, the presenter here, she's pregnant. So we have a pregnant woman encouraging and loving
over the dismembered body parts of
other
babies.
A lamb is a baby sheep. She's pregnant. Make the connection. Baby inside of you. Baby on the grill. Baby, baby,
Again,
baby.
If they were puppy dogs on the Barbie now, it would be a completely different story. And yet their ability to feel pain is exactly the same, and that's all that should matter when it comes to alleviating suffering.
And lovely blasting of a vegan or two as
well, they've been our #1 enemy from day one.
A
There you
lovely
go.
blasting of a vegan or two, literally blasting, you know, the
exactly.
flamethrower torching the vegan's table.
They've been our enemy from day one. Again,
It's a war.
this is a war, right? Oh. And you know what? But this is fantastic. In a way, this is wonderful. The positive side of this is we are creating such
Noise
waves.
and
Yes,
waves.
that the industry, the meat industry, has to go to such lengths to create
Spending
such
hundreds of
bullshit.
millions of dollars, aren't they?
To say, eat your lamb, it's Australian. Well, you know what? Game on, game on. They are reacting to how much noise vegans are making because it's not food, it's bloody violence. So yeah, you're going to have to step up your game if you're going to try and silence us.
What's your view of people who don't eat meat, Sam?
Well, have a look at those, you know, I mean, so the evidence is fairly compelling, those that have lived a life on mung beans and lentils. How exciting are they?
You know, the leading question, what do you think, Sam, Australian sports legend, of people who don't eat meat? Well, you know, in my educated opinion, I think the evidence speaks for itself.
They eat mung beans and lentils. You know what? We bloody well do. And look at us. Look at this man. He's obese and he's like a walking body of disease.
An
I
absolute
mean,
graveyard of disease.
you should eat some mung beans and lentils. It'll do you good, Steve.
Might trim
Sam?
a few,
What's his name?
Sam.
Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. The evidence is in Sam. And guess what it says? That a whole foods plant-based diet is what saves lives. It's what reverses and prevents disease. Eating animal foods is what kills people. You should be locked away for manslaughter because you are not only promoting the murder of innocent baby animals, you're also killing your so-called fellow Australians that you love so much. You're promoting disease and death.
Positively sumptuous.
It is.
What's your tip for cooking the primo lamb, the primo style, on Australia Day?
The primo baby that has had its throat slit and has cried and suffered in agonising pain.
Celebrating death. How very Australian.
But, you know, Australia Day is...
What's it called? Invasion Day. It's the day that the British invaded Australia and there was a mass slaughter of Indigenous Australians.
So why not celebrate that by a mass slaughter of another group of innocent beings?
Clearly we haven't evolved in over 200 years in Australia.
Very simple. You know, whether you like a cutlet, whether you like a forequarter, whether you like a loin, whether you like a kebab, it's very simple.
You know,
when you put it on...
So this is what Australians wake up to. This is the morning show, the Today Show, whatever it's called. So it's a morning television program. This is what you're waking up to. Don't tell me what to eat, you bloody vegans. Get yourself out of my face. Don't you tell me how to feed my kids.
I choose what I eat.
No one tells me what to eat.
No one spends hundreds of millions of dollars on an advertising campaign to convince me that I need to eat meat.
The indoctrination of our children, of the next generation. They wake up, mum puts on the telly, and this is what they see.
This little object here that just...
This little object here sums it up, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's the greatest magic trick, turning living sentient beings into sandwiches and shoes.
Remember, don't overdose on tolerance or political correctness. Take a deep breath and rejoice in our wonderful culture.
Basically, don't be extreme. Don't be one of those extreme hippie vegans. If you are, you'll be on the outside of the collective majority. And nobody wants to be on the outside of the collective majority, so it's fear-mongering.
At the end of the day, what do we say?
Going vegan is not the most we can do.
It is the least we can do. Not just as Australians, as Earthlings. See you next video.
Bye guys.
Had a lot of requests from people wanting to start up a YouTube channel, and they're after some basic tips. Where to get started, what do I need?
So we thought we'd